Since day one, I've never believed in the education system. Half of these people now in uni, they've done uni and they're back in McDonald's.
Mate, I was waiting for you to finish. When you're like 70 years old, thinking, oh, I wish I'd have done that, or I could have done that. Bollocks. Go and do it. And if it don't work out,
make it happen then.
Yeah.
I really like Thailand and Bali.
Any good stories from Thailand?
Oh, God.
What are your views on the UK at the minute?
Finished.
Finished.
Absolutely finished. Obviously, when I went back a few weeks ago, just into London. It's crazy. There's tents all over. It just looks dirty. There's crime everywhere. There's sirens everywhere you go. There's sirens. It's literally
sad though, isn't it?
It's very sad because it's where I've seen it all my life, and I've seen it progressively getting worse and worse and worse.
I get a lot of friends asking me, "Can I come out?" Like I've seen that real estate is the one to, and I'm like, it's tough.
It's probably the hardest industry in the world.
I say because you've got 1,000 other people doing it, if not more.
At that point, I wanted to quit real estate. I hated it. I thought, I'm not doing this.
From rock bottom to conquering one of the world's toughest markets in Dubai real estate. From losing family members to getting into bother at home, traveling the world, and now they're one of the best in his industry. He is what I call built different, and this is Ryan Booth. So Ryan, finally got you on the show. Yeah. You are the first guest on Built Different. How's it feel to be here, mate?
Yeah, decent. Looking forward to it. I do like jumping on these podcasts, so yeah, tell a little bit about my story.
Good. Well, we're going to dive straight in, mate. For those who don't know Ryan Booth, who is Ryan Booth?
So I'm obviously a lad from up north, just close to Manchester, an area called Bolton. Not the best area, to be honest, but yeah, so I'm originally from there. Before I moved to Dubai, I was in London, so I moved down there for work, and I have travelled quite a bit. I then took the leap to move to Dubai. Obviously, a lot of people moving over here. There's a lot of expats, and just basically starting a new journey over here. And just want to give you a bit more of an insight of kind of how it's gone, what's been going on, what's happening in Dubai.
So what do you do? What do you do in Dubai? For them that don't know, what do you do in Dubai?
So I work in property, not normal property, what people do over like a real estate agent. What I do is I'm a property and investment advisor. So mainly I deal with off-plan and investors, basically helping them build wealth. So getting them into developments at the right time, having a strategy, showing them how to exit, buying into distressed deals, adding value to properties by renovation. So this is mainly what I do. So I just basically deal with a big ring of investors. I've also got a supercar rental business, which also is like a concierge business as well. So we do like water sports, desert tours, private yachts, concierge packages like airport pickups and stuff. So I did jump into that a little bit later down the line, but them are the two main things that are in there. I've got a couple of other little small businesses as well.
And the yachts are actually quite good because I've booked one myself. So I wanted to just obviously find out everything about you, because I've heard a lot about you in Dubai before we met. I heard a lot about you. You was one of the best guys in the industry doing it. And I was massively intrigued to get to know you a bit more, because I know to succeed in Dubai in any industry, you've got to have something about you.
Yeah.
So before we met, obviously, I was looking at your Instagram. You know, I'd hear lads in the gym talking about you. Even some of my mates back home that were looking into getting property in Dubai, they were saying to me, "Oh, I'm talking to Ryan Booth. Do you know him?" And I was like, "Well, I've heard good stuff about him." So I wanted to know more about you. And then obviously the more we got to know each other, I found out that I believe you were built different. Okay. And that's why I wanted you on the show, because to go through what you've gone through, to achieve what you've achieved, and you're no way near your ceiling yet. I know that. So I want to go back to the very start, because I know there's a massive story there. So I want the viewers to know the story. Let's go back to the very start, where it all began for you back in Manchester, Bolton. I mean, I'm a Man United fan myself, so I love that area. Let's go back. What was the childhood like for Ryan growing up?
Yeah, so it was just a very average childhood. When I was like young, it was council estate, so that's kind of where we've been brought up. And then my dad had a bad accident. We moved over to like a middle class area, and the middle class area I lived in, some surrounding areas to this, it was upper class. So we was trying to keep up with the Joneses there, but realistically, we'd come from like rock bottom. We're now in middle, but we're around a lot of high class. So it was like, for me, it was like everyone's getting bought cars when they're turning 17 by their mum and dads. They're getting given things, they're going on these flashy holidays and all stuff like that. And I ain't getting it. And I ain't liking the fact that, why are these people getting it and I'm not? And it was always something that I'd had inside me where I was like, but they're going out getting these nice clothes and these nice trainers. I have to have it. But my mum and dad can't afford it.
But did you want it?
I wanted it, yeah, of course I wanted it. And I made sure whatever age I was, I could have been 13, 14-year-old. It means selling lollipops and chocolate bars in school.
Yeah.
I'm doing something because I know how to hustle. I know how to make money. And people used to laugh back then like, oh, he's doing this and doing that. But I'm thinking, I'm buying something. I could buy 4 chocolate bars for £1 and I'm selling them at 50p each. The profit margin's 50% profit margin. So I'm looking at it as a profit margin.
Mate, I was there myself, so I get that.
So people used to laugh back in the day and I'm thinking, it kept going and kept going, and people used to say I was nicknamed Del Boy for ages because it was whatever I could get my hand on. I remember one point I was selling like Ugg boots and like it could have been wellies or anything,
straighteners.
anything that I could get hold of, and I seen a profit margin on it. It's a product, and without me knowing it, it was like I will get my hands on anything, and if I see value in it, I will sell that product. And I also looking for products, and so I was always looking on the internet for buying. I had a bike business back home, so it was like buying motocross bikes, buying pedal bikes, but higher end. And what I'd do, because I like tinkering around with them, I'd buy them, add value to them, take good pictures, sell
And
them
what
on.
age was this from? What was this?
This was younger, like 15, 16-year-old.
Yeah, so it's quite young still.
Yeah, it was still young. So I always had something in my mind where it was like, I need to make money. I don't know care how it happens. I need to do it. Yeah. And it was always like trial, error, failing. Something went good, then it slowed down. It was like, it was a constant cycle of learning a bit of this, learning a bit of that, learning a bit of that.
And what was your behaviour like around this? Like, what was your mannerisms like? What was your... Because obviously that's that's very good, but that is normally what people get into and do when they don't like school, because they're turning their efforts into... Because I've been there myself. I was... what was your education like? What was your like at school?
Education weren't great.
No.
Education
you don't need that.
I did not need education. Like, probably we're very similar in that aspect. I didn't like school, and that was the be all and end all. I passed a few maths, English, science, whatever, the usual stuff. Did my GCSEs, and that was me. I wanted to leave that school. To me, it wasn't bothered. Education, get me into a job. Went into being a plumbing and heating engineer. It was actually when I was 15, I actually worked in a takeaway. That was my first ever job. And I remember I just wanted to make money. I had an agreement with my mum and dad because I knew all these people were getting cars. I had a chat with them and I said, look, everyone's getting cars. I need a car on the road. Can't afford a car and your insurance and all this. It was like, I think it was about £3,000 for insurance at the time. And it was like, I needed to buy a car. I had an agreement. You buy the car, we'll pay for the insurance. So I have to do it again. I have to go and do something. 15-year-old, I'm thinking 2 years ahead.
Yeah.
Because I was like one of the younger ones of my year. So like the other ones are like nearly a year ahead of me. So they're turning nearly 16 and it's only a year and they're speaking about, I can drive next year and all this and that. I thought I need to start prepping up. So I got a job at a takeaway, local takeaway. And I was in the back, 15-year-old. Everyone else is going out drinking and all that. I'm sat in the back making pizza dough. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And you're earning money from it.
And I was earning money. And the people that I was around actually enjoyed the job. So they used to take the piss and whatever. And I used to think, I don't mind it. You keep laughing because I'm earning money. But they were getting given money. So it was for them, it was a little bit easier. But I now understand from starting early and working from such a young age that hustle just kept going and going. It weren't much money.
Just stay on that point for a minute. So this is I want to know your view on it. My view is that I don't believe in education as much as what I used to, because most successful people that I know, like us, like you, like someone that can go and graft, like you've never used one GCSE.
Never.
So my view on this, and I just want to know yours just for content really. What do you believe about the education system? Because the likes of what you get taught at school, Shakespeare, algebra, how to blow a Bunsen burner, how to get a reaction from
Never used
when
it.
do you use that?
Never.
And you spend, and what I think once you've learned to read, write, and if you want to do geography, because that comes in stuff, but I don't think anything that you get taught past year 8, I don't think you need.
No.
I think what they should be doing with education is teaching you mortgages, VAT, tax, if you're in England and stuff, how to create a business, how to do Word, but Excel sheets, all this kind of stuff that you need for business to get on in life. So what is your view on the education system? Is it similar?
Yeah, since day one, I've never believed in the education system. All my friends are going to sixth form, they're going to university. I thought, you think I'm wasting another 5 to 8 years or whatever, people becoming doctors and stuff. And I'm thinking, yeah, doctors are on half decent wages, might be on £100,000 a year, but then they're getting rinsed for tax.
And how many of them actually make it to become
Not many.
doctor?
And when I look at it now, later down the line, I'm so glad back then.
Yeah.
My mum and dad were pressuring me, go and do this, go and do that, I'm not doing it. I do not want to do that, so I'm not doing it. That's the
that's
be
the
all
right
and end all.
attitude.
That's what I want to do. I'm old enough to make. I'm 16 now. I'm old enough to make my own decisions. If I don't want to do that, I'm not doing it. They want to go to uni, and that's what they want to do. Half of these people now in uni, they've done uni and they're back in McDonald's.
Mate, I was waiting
McDonald's
for
and
you
I'm
to finish
thinking,
then. So, what I think though, like our
crazy.
parents were still stuck in that cycle where that was the norm. It was like, you get an education, you need an education, you got to do this. But realistically, anyone that wants to be a doctor or a lawyer, there's 10 a penny, there's 20 other people going for that job. And like you say, most people, I can remember walking into Morrison's in Retford where I used to live. And the people that used to call me for, like, I was always messing about at school, getting kicked out of school. And like, you amount to nothing. I've done way more than them people that are now back at Morrison's.
Yeah.
They're 25 grand in debt from going to university.
Exactly.
They've got nothing and they're working at Morrison's. And they're the ones that used to call us. But I believe the ones that rebel against it, or they're wired different. Like, they don't want to go and jump on the, what do you call it? Like the carousel of just doing the thing. Like, oh, you go to university, you do this, you get a job, you work a 9 to 5, you pay your mortgage off in the right time, you do it, and then you retire, you've got a little bit of a pension, then you die. It's the matrix of what they want you to do.
Yeah.
And I think if you fall into it, you're never going to be successful.
You're finished. And this is another thing as well. A lot of people used to say to me, a lot of decisions I made since a kid, people took the piss.
Yeah.
People literally took the piss. What are you doing this? What are you doing that? And I'm thinking, I'm on my own path. I never told anyone what I was doing. And I always had a long-term vision of what I wanted to do. Property was always on that pipeline. And I was thinking, it takes me 5 years, 10 years or something. I will be on this ladder and I will be doing what I want to do. But if it means I've got to do all this stuff in the beforehand, hustling, doing this, doing that,
all the dirty
whatever,
stuff.
all the stuff that I didn't want to do, but I knew it's earning me money, I'll do it. And then there was a big turning point. So it was when I was, because it was like a lot of my mates had half decent businesses and earning half decent money. I'm thinking, right, well, I think I was around 27. So I've left school now like 11 years. I'm thinking I'm still working week by week pretty much here. I ain't really got nothing to show.
What was you doing in between that? So you're going to 20, what was you doing in between there from?
Getting into trouble.
Yeah.
Getting into trouble because
like
it was just, your early 20s, well, your late teens, early 20s, going out, boozing every weekend, spending whatever you earn. You've not really got much interest in it because that's just the way people are living, especially in the UK.
Would you be stuck in a cycle as such there?
I was stuck in a cycle, constant, same thing.
And what about the friendship groups? Were you probably wrong friendship groups? Or
to be honest,
were they not wanting the path that you wanted?
It were a bit 50-50 for me because I had a lot of mates from different areas and it was like, some I'd be on the party scene with, some I'd be on the hiking scene with, some I'd be on, like, there'd be different vibes with different people. So I could come in and out of different groups, which was pretty good for me because it was like, I was teaching myself which path
I wanted
at that point. And it's like, at one point, I did want to go to all the festivals, get on the party scene, did want to do all that, which is, I'm not saying there's no right and wrong way of doing things.
It's
because
just part of your life.
these people are still in my network now. And later down the line, I'm in conversations with these for business now that I've met.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just, was it you that wanted that for the rest of your life?
Exactly.
Doesn't mean it's wrong. Some of the best guys I know, they're still doing that now at 30, 40 years old. It's great if you still enjoy it, but if you didn't enjoy it and you thought, I need to do something else, you obviously felt like there was a bit of change that needed to happen.
Yeah, especially when you're growing up and stuff, and it's like people are getting houses. And for me, my life goal wasn't to get a mortgage and get a house. That was never my interest, but it was a point of having enough money now to start doing what I need to do. I'm getting to an age where I'm getting older, my family members are getting older. I need to start taking responsibility for my own actions now. And stop messing around. And it got to that age about 27, 28. And then I remember I was on a job barbering, and the barbers that I was working in was an hour drive from me because it was someone I knew. I drove up there, getting up at stupid o'clock, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting in the gym for 5:30, doing an hour session, getting ready in the gym, rushing around, getting to work, doing all day till 6, 7 o'clock, driving home. And it was just constant every day. And I'm thinking, I haven't got a life here. I'm either travelling, working.
And what was the money like there for you?
Not great. 500 quid a week, 600 quid a week maximum. And for me, that's not a good wage.
No.
I can't be living off this. And then something turned. I was in a group chat with the lads. They were working down in London on the railways. Oh, has anyone got these cards to come out on the rails, coming down London? Does anyone want a couple of weeks' work? And I thought, it's me that.
Get away from
everything. London, jackpot. Right, I went down there. It was originally only for 2 weeks' work. And I went down there and I put my heart into it. I thought, I'm enjoying this job. And actually,
And what was that doing on the railway?
this was on the rails, yeah, down in London. So I was fitting like all on the tracks and stuff. They had like blast-proof doors.
Yeah.
And it was quite a niche job because it's like, you've got to have your railway tickets, you've got to have...
I've got a few mates that worked on the rails.
And you've got to have like your engineering certs and stuff. And because I come from, even though I didn't have my engineering certs at the time, I was very good on the tools, and I've always worked on the tools. So for me, I picked it up straight away. And they must have seen something in me thinking, yeah, fair enough, he's not got his specific engineering certs for what we need to do, but he's a quick learner. We'll keep him on. So they offered me a job after the 2-week period. And I'm sure it was like £1,000 a week. They said, we'll put you on like £1,000 a week for these 2 weeks.
Jump from what you were on, wasn't it? So it's
double what I'm on. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm happy with this. Jump on. And I thought, I can keep doing this now. I've been living off £500 a week. If I've got another £500 a week, and I can save £500 a week. So what I did for ages, and then COVID struck.
Okay.
I was thinking,
and that damaged the job, did it?
For us, it made the job better because it was just like some people couldn't work long hours, so they were giving us more hours. Mm-hmm. And they're like, people weren't wanting to go on site, people were just staying at home and stuff. And I was thinking, I'm taking advantage of this. So I would just, and because nothing else was going on during COVID, I'm just thinking, work. I got into a really good cycle for about a year and a half, 2 years of just COVID was starting all the way through COVID, and then it were easing off. All the way through that, I thought, right, I'm stacking.
And was you saving the £500 a week?
Saving more because they started putting us on more because they were giving us back shifts, night shifts, this, that. Yeah. So the money was just going up and up and up, and I'm thinking I'm saving a lot here. Once I had a pot of money saved, I'm thinking, right, I've got a lifeline here. Now I've got a pot of money, I can go out and buy a car if I see a cheap deal because I'm a hustler. If I see a bike that's cheap or whatever, buy it, sell it. And because I was doing some on the night shifts, they was only putting us on like 4 or 5 hours a night. I've got all day to do everything. Go online, make some morning money. I've got a pot of money. I can start making more money.
So what was your, sorry to interrupt you, Ryan, was your, when you was going for all this, what was you saving the money for?
I don't even know what I was saving it for at the time.
So you could save, because some people can't. I was one that could never save. I think, what am I saving for? Unless I was saving for something, I live for today. I live for today. So through all this, because I want to know more, like what was going through your heads at this point. Did you have any bigger plans, or was you just happy rinsing this job because you was earning really good money from it? And what comes.
Yeah, it was kind of what comes. The thing for me was like, I was looking down the route of getting a mortgage, settling at home, doing this, doing that, but I weren't settled at home. That was the thing that was triggering me in my head. And I went up to my mum and dad's house one day. I drove up and I thought, I was sat at home, let me have a drive up there and let me see what their thoughts are. And I'd always been, just before all this job kicked off, I'd booked to go travelling. So it was solo backpacking. I've wanted to do it all my life. I've been researching for about 6 months, and it's something I've always wanted to do. Go and see new culture, go and see new countries. Travel, so I was supposed to go like Singapore, Bali, Malaysia, Thailand, all around Southeast Asia. Yeah. And I've been researching it for ages. 2 weeks before that, COVID struck, and I planned the whole thing, booked hotels.
So that cancelled all that?
That cancelled the whole lot. I was fuming. And then that's when I thought, I'm not going now, so I might as well just work. Once that was easing off, I thought, 2 options here. I travel when it's all over, or I get a mortgage. Yeah. And it kept going. I was going viewing houses, kept researching, and I thought, right, I'm going to spend this money. I travelled for months and months and months, spent tens of thousands.
Oh, so you actually went the travelling after COVID?
After COVID, I packed my bags. I told work, I said, I'm off. I'm not sure when I'm going to be back, but I'm off. Packed a bag, and off I went on my own. I'm not sure when I'm back. I'm not giving you any dates.
So there's only certain people that can do that as well.
Throwing themselves out. The job's hard enough.
Yeah. When like you just thought, I'm going here, and you just went on your own. You didn't know who you were going to meet. You didn't know what you're doing. But you just thought, I'm going round it. That's only a certain person can do that. Yeah. Some people need people round them. Some people need to know what they're going into. Yeah. You just thought, I'm taking myself off.
I'm going, never done it before. So for me, I've thrown myself in at the deep end, literally got this backpack, travelled down to London, Stansted Airport, got a flight over to Singapore, and the journey started then. And for me, that was another massive factor, because it's like you're putting yourself in a very uncomfortable position. Yeah. It's scary. In anyone's world, it's scary. You're going on there on your own. You don't know what you're going to do, who you're going to bump into. If you have an accident, you become ill. You're over there on your own. You've got no one to turn to.
So obviously that basically talks a lot about risk taking, okay, which is something I love and I go on about. So you're obviously a risk taker. You're willing to take those risks. Because I don't think anyone gets where you've got to without taking risks. So it started from an earlier age of obviously going travelling, doing these things. Yeah. So you were willing to take those risks to go
Yeah.
traveling.
And another thing, when I said, like, I was telling a few of my friends about it, I'm off. I'm not sure when I'm back. I'll see you. And they was looking at me thinking, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean? Who are you traveling with? Traveling on my own. How long you go away for? I don't know. And it's like,
And what's your parents saying to this?
go and do it.
Yeah,
Go and
lovely.
do it. That's what you want to go and do. You go and do it. Because I got to an age where we started speaking quite frequently, because I left home at 17.
Mm-hmm.
So we started speaking quite frequently later down the line and saying, look, like, I'm making these decisions now. Whatever happens, happens. I've took your advice. I'm an adult now. Let me go and do what I'm doing. And when I went traveling, I remember getting there the first week. I was like, what have I done here?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how to travel around all this. It's a learning curve. But I'm having to learn fast.
Yeah.
Look on Google, do this, do that, put myself in these environments. But then as time comes, it's like, you're on there on your own. You see a group of people, you've got to go over and speak to them. So it helps with, like, character building, meeting new connections,
People
confidence,
skills.
all these little things, which I didn't know today was so important back then, because it's like, without them concepts, my international networks now is absolutely massive through that traveling trip, which I took a risk on and that I was scared to do. And I went and did it, and I came back, and because I'd built such good rapport with the company, that when I left, they were ringing, when are you coming back? We need you back, blah, 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 which is a good thing for me, because it's thinking, they want me back. I'm valued at that company.
So, these are the things I want to touch upon. And if I see it, through these podcasts, I'm going to say that for me, it is so important for people to understand how taking risks. And I want you to obviously say a bit more on this. Like, through your journey, like you've just said there, if you didn't take those risks to go to that other country, you wouldn't be where you are now.
No, what the heck?
You wouldn't be as successful as what you are, where I'm sitting know who you are without even knowing you. People that are watching this, I know if they're watching this, they're going to have some sort of interest that they knew who you were before they know who you are. And I need people, this is why I want to do it, because taking risks is a huge part of being successful. So would you say there, like you've just said, if you didn't take that risk to go traveling, do you think you'd not be where you are now?
No chance. Absolutely no chance, because me going back away again, I actually moved abroad when I was 19. So didn't like, I was just a little shit back home.
Yeah.
Like, just getting into trouble all the time. I got in trouble in college.
Yeah.
Ended up having a fight in there. They kicked me out of college. Couldn't finish my college course, my heating engineer course. Not bothered. Met some guy on holiday when I was there. He was texting me, mate, come and work abroad in Magaluf. Sound, mate, I'm getting a flight out. Again, taking risk, going away. I only had a small pot of money. I'm young. I'm going out there. I'll make it happen. Every time it's making it happen. Not thinking about the risks that I'm taking. I'm thinking, if this goes to shit, I might not even have money to get home on a flight.
You're taking that. The thing is that Joe talking to me, and I spoke to you before, we're very, very, very similar. I did the same thing, but I went to Malia. And I wasn't really thinking about what if it fails.
Yeah, no consequence. You don't think about consequences.
What's worse that's going to happen? Like, what's the end of the day? I'll tell you what the worst thing's going to happen. I'll regret not doing it.
Exactly.
Same as probably with you, and like coming here to Dubai, moving the family. I just, the reason I want you kind of people on it, because it is so imperative that people know that if you want to do something with your life and you don't want to be, when you're like 70 years old, think, oh, I wish I'd have done that, or I could have done that. Bollocks. Go and do it. And if it don't work out, start again.
Go home again.
Like, but too many people like that aren't like you would think, oh no, but if it don't work out, everyone's going to think it. Like, what of a prat I am.
Make it happen then.
Yeah, don't give a fuck what people say. Just go and do it. So, yeah, I want to know more about these things. And yeah, well, let's finish off what happened when you went to all traveling. What happened there then? So
yeah, so I just went traveling. I was just loving it. I met so many different people, cultures. It gave me a bit of a setback in regards to like appreciating life, going and seeing, because a lot of these places were third world countries. They have absolutely nothing, and it felt a bit homely for me, because it was like, these people have got less than me and they're still surviving, they're still doing their everyday things. So all these little things, like doing that, trying different foods, meeting different people from different backgrounds, religions, there was all this stuff, and it was different in every single country. So every single country I'm going to separately, I must have done about 30 countries. You know, I was literally doing all Southeast Asia.
What was
South
the best
Africa.
one? Just off topic.
They've all got
you
different.
must have one that you think. Yeah,
I really like Thailand and Bali,
Yeah.
but then like South Africa, I really liked. it depends what I was going for. Do you know what I mean? Because South Africa were really good, but it was a bit cold. I like hot weather. Thailand had already done previously. So it was like, then I did like it, but
Any good stories from Thailand?
Oh God, lady boys. So yeah, that was that. I came home, and when I got home from there, I thought, I'm saving up again now, and I'm thinking of an exit strategy. I don't know how, I don't know what I'm going to do, but
that's
my
where
next
something
move
started.
That was when I thought, I'm old enough now. I'm grown up enough. I'm old
and
enough.
How old are you then?
About, I'm going to say about 29.
And what are you now?
30, 33.
33. So at about 29, you was thinking that I liked what I've just done. Yes. I'm out the way. I'm trying new things, because you're opening your eyes up to so many different more people. Do you think, excuse me, do you think at that point you was realising there's a hell of a lot more out there?
Yes.
Than England?
Yeah.
Like there's more people.
It was a non-negotiable, me moving from there. It was like, I'm going home now. I'm not telling anyone what I'm doing. I'm not telling him, because a lot of people are nosy back home.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Why is he driving
bad
a nice car now? Really bad energy. They always want to know. There's too much stealing going on. You can't have anything nicer. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm thinking, I'm not trying to succeed in this area and this place in the world and potentially getting robbed, potentially getting absolutely rinsed by the taxman, all this stuff. I don't agree with it. It's not how I want to live
Just
my life.
While we're on that, Ryan, what are your views on the UK at the minute?
Finished.
Absolutely
finished. Obviously, when I went back a few weeks ago, just into London, and I'm not saying homeless people, they're all over the world, but
there's more and more now.
It's crazy. There's tents all over. It just looks dirty. There's crime everywhere. There's sirens everywhere you go. There's sirens. It's literally
sad though, isn't it?
It's very sad, because it's where I've seen it all my life, and I've seen it progressively getting worse and worse and worse year by year. And that's why I was glad I exited, because I'm thinking it's going to keep getting worse, and I'm stuck in that rut. I am leaving.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right.
And I tell you where it started from, where it stemmed from them. I went back to Bali because I really liked it, and there was some other stuff I wanted to do, hiking and go up in the mountains and stuff. So I flew back there, and I went back in. It was just before I moved here. It was the Christmas just before I moved here, and when I was there, I went traveling again, and I was doing the same thing again, meeting new people, sat in this beach club, just sat there doing a bit of work on my phone, whatever. I seen some guy walking past, full Nike outfit, and I thought, he's English, him. I'm collaring him when he gets past. I seen him on his own as well, so I thought, he's on his own, I'm on my own. Happy to speak to anyone. How you doing, mate? Yeah, you on your own? Yeah, sit down, we'll have some food, we'll have a couple of drinks, whatever. Well, what do you do? What do I do? Got into the conversation. Live in Dubai, real estate.
Oh, is that him?
This is a guy that I met. And that's the turn. That was the full turning point. That was drilled into my head, and I could not get it out of my head.
What, you just liked what he was saying?
He worked in real estate, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just question after question after question. I was so interested, following on Instagram, following his journey. I need a piece of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going home. I'm saving a bit more money. It was about 6 months after, and I was umming and ahhing it, because it's a big move, moving from your family, moving from your friends, everything you know, you're having to sell up.
So at this point, you got all your family back in England.
Everything's back in England. My whole life's over there. But in my head, I was out of there. I was out of there, and I did have a few things going on with like family members being ill and stuff like that. So at that point, it was really hard for me to move, because I'm thinking I'm in the middle of. I've got an apartment.
So who was ill at that point? Just let me know a little bit more, because I want to tell a bit of a story. Like, who was? So at this point, you'd gone to Bali. You'd met this guy. He's telling you about what he does in Dubai. You're thinking, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
That's a bit of me. Because what I'm getting, you're out there. You were never going to stay in England. You wanted more. So at this point, you've gone back to England, and there was some problems with your family members.
Yeah, so my dad's been terminally ill for about 4 years now with COPD. Mm-hmm. So that's been difficult. I've been very close to my dad since I was young. It was like always me and my dad going out doing
best
things.
Mates kind of thing.
Yeah, it was always going out doing things, me and my dad. And then my grandma fell ill with cancer at the same time. So it was putting a lot of pressure on my mum and my granddad, because it was just like there were two households with ill family members. So whilst my mum was trying to go up and see my grandma, someone was having to look after my dad, and vice versa. So there was a lot of, not conflict, but there was a lot of family issues going on at the time. And I couldn't get my head around leaving at the time because of how much stuff was going on.
Yeah.
But it kept going on and going on, and sadly my grandma passed away at the time, and it was like,
And was you close?
Yeah, it was close, yeah. So it was like one of these things, it was like, at some point I'm going to have to leave. And when I had these conversations with my family members and stuff, if you want to go, you go. We're getting old. You go. You've got all your life ahead of you. We're coming to the end of life. So go and do it.
Yeah.
And when I kind of got the go ahead to go, I thought, right, I'm making a move now. And if anything, I want to make a move and make these proud. Do you know what I mean?
As soon as I can.
As soon as I can, make these proud. And that's when I thought, right, I'm packing up, I'm selling up. Within a couple of weeks, I thought, I'm exiting. I exited. No, I've never been to Dubai, never worked in real estate, never done sales. I'm thinking, fucking hell, like, what am I doing here? What am I doing?
So when you just, let's not get there quick. When you decided to leave, you left within 2 weeks.
Yes.
You got a flight. Did you know anything where you was going, what you was doing? What did you actually have booked? Where was you staying?
So I had one of my friends, Meg, who lived out here already. Her friend was actually moving to another apartment and she had like a 6-month lease on it. Right. So I basically just said, right, look, I'll move in there. So luckily I got a bit of a head start with that because I didn't have my Emirates ID, didn't have this and that. I wanted 6 months of where I could just knuckle down.
Yeah.
So I got this apartment.
And you had a job waiting for you?
I had a job working.
Where you're at now?
No, I was at a bigger company, Allsop and Allsop. So that's where this other lad worked and he was higher up in the company, like a senior. I've gone in there, it was in rentals. I really wanted to get into sales because the rental games, for me, it's like, I'm not saying I thought it was better and whatever, but I knew I didn't need to, I had money saved up. I didn't need to be in that position. A lot of people come because they need that money straight away. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I weren't enjoying it. I didn't enjoy rentals. And it was just something I was thinking, is this what real estate is? I don't enjoy it.
Yeah. So obviously you're in rentals. You didn't really like the rentals. So at that point, how was you feeling about real estate? So what's the timeline here? How long had you been here before you thought that?
Yeah, I've been at the company for about 4.5 months.
Okay.
Very corporate company, which is nothing wrong with, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a corporate company, but it just doesn't fit me as a person.
Yeah.
So sometimes people do go from company to company to see if they're the right fit for that company, which it weren't the right fit for me. At that point, I wanted to quit real estate. I hated it. I thought, I'm not doing this. And that's when I started with the car business as well. So it was in that middle time because I was making a little drink from that. So I was thinking, I'm still making money.
So from the car business, that is what you was basically just referring
people over basically
through your network.
Through my network, and I knew a lot of people coming over, and they was giving me like a business rate, and I was putting it on top. That's how the business was set up first.
Yeah.
So it was only small commissions, but it was enough to keep me going over here and keep the cogs turning. So I was thinking, at least I can do that. And whilst I've got a bit of money coming in as a residual from that, I can start thinking about something else that I wanted to do. Did I want to do recruitment? So there's only a certain amount of things you can do here. Because I'm from a construction background, the construction background, it's not a thing here.
No, not for us anyway.
No.
For the different nationalities because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
So you know when you said you didn't want to do real estate, what was it, the things that it was either doing your head in about it, was frustrated with? What were the things? Because I get a lot of friends asking me, can I come out? Like I've seen that real estate is the one and I'm like, it's tough.
It's probably the hardest industry in the world.
I say because you've got 1,000 other people do it, if not more. So tell me what the things was at that point. At that point, because you really decided at that point you didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
What were the key things why you didn't want to do it?
So it was like, I've never worked in an office environment, and I do not listen to people. I'll take advice, but I do not listen to people. It's my journey. I'm on a commission only role. It's my rules.
Yeah.
I'm not going off your rules. It's not your rules and you don't pay me.
Mate, I'm the same.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, there was a day when I'd had an argument with someone else in the company. I was going mad. He was sat behind me. I was going mad. He tried screwing me over, and it was only a few £100. And I'm thinking, you really going to screw someone over for a couple of £100?
There's a lot of scumbags like that.
And it's the fact of working with other agents that I didn't like after that because I thought you're a scumbag. Like you're trying to mess me over for a couple of £100, whatever. And that were annoying me, working with other agents, because you could be the best agent, and if the other person you're working with, they're going out on a night out, they're leaving things. That were another thing. Another guy, we had a contract ready, in place, ready to sign. He's gone out on a night out, ignored his phone all night, lost the deal.
Oh,
out of my control. I can't do anything. It's his landlord.
So it's not like, so the politics of it all, it was just...
It weren't for me, and I didn't like the way of... I'm under someone else's control.
Yeah, you could be amazing.
And because the next person's no good, I'm going to lose out because of that person. I can do all the work.
Yeah.
And you just got to do one thing. You got to get a signature. You go out and you don't do that, I'm losing the deal.
Okay. So at this point, you didn't want to do it for them reasons. So you was looking for other little avenues, opportunity.
Yeah.
But obviously you stayed in real estate. So What happened?
So I took like a month off, and I thought I need to just think about what I'm doing here. I've got a little bit of money coming in. Let me have a proper sit down and think, because it was constant, and I couldn't get my head straight. Couldn't think straight because of it. Stressing me out, driving back and forth. My office was in Business Bay. I'm working in the marina, driving back and forth for viewings and stuff like that.
Which is far for anyone watching.
45 minutes.
45 minutes
with
traffic. Yeah,
parking up, paying for parking, paying for
Annoying.
parking here. You're paying for parking in the office. You're paying for parking down there. You fuel back and forward all the time. You're not making any money.
Yeah.
You're going on multiple viewings per day. You get loads of messes because it's viewings. They've got a 50k budget and they want an 150k property. Them type of people, I'm just thinking, I'm not dealing with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with these lower end. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but
No,
I don't want to
yeah.
deal with that. That's not my.
It's a rat race. It's a rat race.
I don't want to do it. So took a step back and I thought, right, let me have a proper think here now what I want to do. And I seen Ty, who I work for now. I seen him on social media, and I think,
Did you not know him at this point?
Never met him. Didn't have a clue who he was. But I'm just going to message him. See what's going on. Hi, mate. Seen a couple of videos in real estate. I've been in real estate. Weren't really enjoying it at the last company because of the way they work. It's not me. I don't fit in there well. What is it you're up to? See, you're heavy on social media. You're speaking about this and that. Messaging me back straight away.
I love that.
Hi, mate. How's it going? And it's like a cold call. You don't know this person. He might never have replied. I don't know. And I messaged him, and he was like, "Oh, nice one for reaching out. I appreciate you reaching out directly, blah, blah, blah." Because normally you go through a recruitment process.
Yeah, of course.
And you have to go through a recruiter. I didn't want to speak to a recruiter. I want to speak to him. When are you free? I want to come and have a conversation with you about real estate.
He said that to you?
No, I said to him, I've been in real estate. I can see you in real estate. I want to come and have a chat with you. What time are you free? Let's meet later. Straight away, like literally, I messaged him at 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm out for dinner with my mum. I'll meet you at 7:00. There's this address, Shisha Cafe. I'll see you there at 7:00. We were sat there for about 4 hours. Me and him come from a very, very similar background.
Yeah.
Very similar to me and you.
Yeah.
So the conversation were flowing. Told him what I like and what I don't like. And we kind of had a mutual agreement. I told him I don't work well at listening to other people's rules. Yes, I'll do what you need me to do. But let me do what I feel like I need to do. And if it doesn't work, I'll go by your rules. Let me try it, what I want to do first.
That's good.
About a month went by. I think he gave me 6 weeks, and I'm thinking, a month's gone by and I've done fuck all.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking shit. I've got 2 more weeks now.
So let me just, because I want the people to know, tell me why. It's because I hear this so many times. As we know, we've got friends at the company, and I speak to Ollie a lot, and he was struggling. And what is it? Because I want people to know that they're in this industry, because like I say, there'll be people watching this because of how well you do. What is it? Why? Why was you struggling? Why could you? Is it just
too many agents? Or like there's just it's just a rat race. It's like
flooded, isn't it?
It's flooded. There's so many people. So to you to climb that ladder fast, it's going to take you so long, and especially when like the normal real estate. You need to do 6 months in rentals. Then you jump into sales. You're only locked into one area.
Yeah. You're earning no money doing this, are you? Because is it commission only?
Commission only. You're not on salary. So this is why in that 6 months period, it's like a conveyor belt. In, out. If you get past that 6 month stage, you might survive.
But we're going to go into that at the end, because right at the end, I want to know, I'm going to just talk about some key tips from you. Yeah. To anyone that's wanting to get into real estate, to anyone that's struggling in it, we're going to dive in at the end. So remember all that, because we're going to... End of the day, I know you're here to help everyone, because you're that kind of guy. Me and you have helped each other. You've helped me a lot, and I know you're that kind of guy. So I know you're not bothered about helping people. So we'll talk about that at the end, like what key tips that you can think. But let's get back into that meeting, because it sounded good.
Yeah, so the meeting, we were sat in there, and we was just like, straight from the get-go, was like, do you know what, I didn't feel like I was in an interview. I don't like interview. I've never done an interview. So I don't feel like, it's always people I've known, and let's work together. Yeah. It's not... Right, I've got an interview. Yes, I've got the job. Apart from that one when I was at my old company, I had to go for like it was a
corporate
Zoom.
Kind of
yeah, it's very corporate.
So he gave you 6 weeks, you said?
I said to him, look, I'm starting on the company, but kind of under my terms. And I didn't say it as in like strictly on my terms. I said, but I just don't like the way this is being done.
Yeah, and I think it'll work better.
I think it'll work better for me as a person, because this is the personality I have. And he was like, you know what?
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. If that's what you feel like you need to do, go and do it. Then, we was just chatting back and forth about just all kinds of madness. And I thought, I'm pally with this guy. Like, me and him would really get on. I want to work for him. Do you know what I mean? Because we'll work.
He seems a cool guy. I don't know
Yeah.
him, but he seems a cool guy.
We proper get on. We bounce off each other. He's like, and for me, when you're in a work environment and you're on a roll and stuff, you need to be bouncing off these people. Not
the energy
going,
needs to be
it
just
needs to be high constantly.
Yeah.
And we need to be, and because we work very similar, we're into similar interests. We like going out for the same food. It works. So it's a perfect fit for me, that company. So yeah, we was sat there about 4 hours. He's like, this one on a Friday night. When you starting then? Monday. Get this one. I can send me over the contracts over the weekend. We'll start Monday. Dive straight into it.
Yeah.
And we didn't really have much because it was a new company at the time. We didn't really have much. No CRM systems. We'd started data sheet, calling out and stuff. I said, I'm not doing it. We'll jump into this social media and stuff. I remember doing the first social media, but horrendous the first social media. So you was,
video. For a while, you was cold calling.
Cold calling.
And that was for how long?
Well, it was when I was at the old company, it was cold calling. But
when you started with Ty, what was you...
He was telling us to do cold calls, but this is one thing I told him. I don't like doing cold calls, which nobody likes doing it. And let's go heavy. Let's go heavy on social media.
Okay, so you started straight away with the social media stuff.
Pretty much straight away, yeah.
Because I noticed that, mate, when I moved here, before I even knew you, how sick you were at that.
Yes, but at the beginning, I was bad. When I started, I was bad, and it was way out of my comfort zone. I'd never talked in front of a camera. I'm thinking, I don't want to do this. But he was telling me, do it. All right, sweet. Put myself in an uncomfortable position again.
Yeah.
Put him doing something I didn't want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been through it so many times. Things that I don't want to do, just get it done. You become better. You get better.
You become more comfortable at being uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's just the way it is, because it's always been like that from day one anyway. So yeah, we got started up, and I'm thinking, I've got this last 2 weeks, and I got a phone call off the admin. Not really done much, Ryan. What's going on and stuff? You got like a couple more weeks where you said like we'll go off kind of what you want to do and that. And bang, all of a sudden, first deal comes in, bed, happy days. I'm like, yeah.
So what's that feel like when that first deal come in? Because you must remember it.
I needed it. I've not done anything for 6 months. I've done a couple of rentals.
Yeah, you're buzzing.
Not done anything. I'm thinking, happy days, first deal's in, bang. Buzzing, mate, happy for you, like, buzzing, right. I said, when's the next one coming in? I'm thinking, have I got lucky here? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Have I got lucky? But I proper believed in myself, and I thought, I've got this, me. A couple of days later, it was literally, I did my first deal, I think it was on a Tuesday, and I've been back home. Over Christmas. Come back home, got my first one done, and then 3 days later, done another 3.
So when you'd say these deals, how do the deals come in, mate? Because I don't know. So had you done? How had you got it through social media? Someone had wanted to buy an off-plan.
Social media and referrals.
So they wanted to buy an off-plan property.
Yeah.
You've obviously been talking back and forth with all these people, and then someone's gone, okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one deal.
Yeah.
And then the next...
Through social media.
And then the next 3, they just boom, boom,
That was
boom.
a referral off someone I know, because I'm pally with them, and I'm because of that network, I know a guy who does off-plan. Have a chat with him. Done 3 deals.
So in the space of a week...
I've done 4 deals.
Fucking
and it was like I started at the end of November. Let's call November completely out. Starting December. I did 3 weeks in December. 1 week I went home over Christmas and New Year. I came back, and it was that first week in January. I thought, fresh start here. 2024, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
I'm going for it. It was in my head. I said to my mum and dad when I got home, because things were bad then. I was running out of money. I said to mum and dad, I might have to come home.
When you say running out of money, it was down to like last what? Few grand?
10 grand, I think I had left. 10
Which
grand.
is starting to get in danger zone, isn't it?
Yeah, danger zone for me. 10 grand English is danger zone for me. I'm thinking, this is not a lot of money. I'm going to run out of money quick. Yeah.
It's make or break. That year was make or break.
It's about 6 weeks maximum. I'm going to spend that in 6 weeks. It's expensive. I'm going to spend that in 6 weeks. So at that point, I thought, I've got a lifeline here now. This is a pot. I've got my pot back up now. Now I can really focus on doing what I need to do, and I'm not scrambling for this second deal. I'm relaxed now.
And you're not you're not a party animal, yeah.
Not
here.
Massively. I was when I first got here.
Yeah, but you're not like now. You're not really.
I knuckle down majority of the time. I'm out every now and again. Birthdays, special occasions. Work parties or something like that. Apart from that, I'm not one to go out every single week. I don't enjoy it. I like sitting at home.
I think because we've done it so much, I'm bored.
We're way too old for that.
I'm bored of it, mate. I really am. So yeah, you got your first. So January went really well.
February went really well. Got probably another 3-4 in. March went really well. Got 3 months on the bounce here. I've done about 11, 12 deals.
So at what point, Ryan, because it must have done, did you think I'm good at this?
At that point, I built that 6 months prior to it. I was doing all these cold calls. It actually worked in my favour, because I did so many calls, and I had so much of a good network now within the UAE, where it was like buyers, sellers, my social media is built up. That was my foundation. And I didn't realise because I'm thinking, doing all this for nothing, doing it all for nothing. And then all of a sudden it fell, the penny dropped. And I'm thinking, all that last 6 months, I've been grinding and not earning any money. I've been building that network solid. And that's so important now, because I've got so many people, whether it's agents, sellers, buyers, people that are coming through social media. I've got so much traffic coming from every single angle. I can piece things together now. And because I've built my reputation, knowledge on the market, people want to work me. Ryan, I've got this. Ryan, I've got that.
Yeah.
And then buyers are like, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that.
It's all coming
It's
together
called
now.
coming together now. And that's why it's constantly deal after deal. I'm on like, what, 8, 9 already for this month?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So people look at you now and they'll probably think, God, how's he done that? And they don't see the effort all the way back from when you started traveling, because that's where it starts. Like people just
absolutely. I was at zero.
Yeah,
I had
from
no money
working
in the
in
bank.
that takeaway shop, like it doesn't just start from coming in here and falling lucky with something.
No.
It's all the foundations that you have to put in before it, and it's your life that is a risk taker, someone that was willing to fail, like thinking I'm going to go out there and put myself in the spotlight. But thing is, for you, failure wasn't an option.
Never.
So from this point, I want to get back to it. You're flying at these. So that only takes us up to like what, March 2024, and you're getting good numbers every month.
Yeah. So that's when it started. I was thinking, I'm enjoying it now. And I sat down with Ty, and he actually pulled me in end of March. I'd in the first 3 months of me being at the company, I'd hit top of the board. I was the top biller. In 3 months of being in, I'm thinking.
So first 3 months, you was at the top of the board with people that had been there.
It was a new company, so there was only a few people there. So it was like I was really getting on a good rhythm then. What do you think of a senior partner role? I'm thinking senior partner, because we're bringing more people on now. We kind of got allocated teams, and I'm like, I'll be kind of a team leader, and I'll have people working underneath me to help them through it, because I actually enjoyed helping people at the time. So that was the next stage for me. I'm thinking, this is a promotion for me now, so I'm obviously getting good at it.
Yeah.
Then we started growing the company, and because we got on so well, it's like we're helping form the company. Me as an agent on the ground, he's good at the business side of things. The senior partners within the company, what's good, what's bad, helping form this solid company, and having people around us that have got a similar mindset, just want to hustle, get out there, hustle and make money, and be good at the job.
Do you see people that come to the company? Do you think you can see from someone's actions and the way they're doing things, can you see whether he's got it?
Yeah, straight away. I can spot them a mile. As soon as they come in the company, sometimes I'm thinking they could be good, they might not be. Sometimes I think they're not going anywhere, and other people I think he's going to be good.
And I bet the ones that you think, because I can see it.
It's every single time. I'm right every single time.
I can see it in people when they go into either that or something else. I just think, you never say it. But I just think you're going to go nowhere. You ain't got the right drive. You've got to have this thing between like we've said before, failure's not an option.
Yeah.
There's a non-negotiable for me. I'm going to run through a wall to get what I want. And I think you've got to, I'm like, listen, in your industry, mate, it's like we said, it's one of the toughest industries that I can think of. And you've got to have that resilience where you just think, I'll just keep trying new things. I'll just keep going and going. And you've got to understand that you're not getting paid. You're not doing
it's voluntary.
You're doing CS. For the first, you're putting groundwork in and you're not getting paid for it. Not a lot of people can do that for so long. So you went basically, how long did you go without getting a wage?
I had bits and bats for 6 months. Like I'm talking a couple of, I probably had about £3,000-4,000 in 6 months.
Just a
£500 a week. It wouldn't even pay for my food.
No.
So I put it down as pretty much not earning it. I was spending probably about £1,500 just on rent when I first got here.
Yeah, it's hard. So when we're going to fast forward a little bit. So you were working with Ty now. What's happened in between where you said there, say April 2024 and what's now? What's happened? Because obviously we know how good you are at this point. What's happened? What big things have happened between then? What have you personally achieved from then to now?
So I've always had a bit of like a entrepreneurial mindset, and it's like, even if I'm doing well with one thing, I want to open the next, and I want to open the next, and I want to open the next. And it's still like the car business is doing good, the real estate's doing good, my other little businesses,
What next?
Everything's flowing now. And it's like, for me, I just want to build and build and build and build and build. So people think, oh, he just does real estate, or he just does cars, and people know me for that, and people know me for that. And then you're like, oh, I didn't know you did that as well, and I didn't know you did that as well. A lot of people, them are the only two things that I like people knowing about what I do, because they're the main things where clients are actually coming through the door and I'm helping and assisting. The other things, it's not where people are coming through, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's just a residual income from other side. So I'm thinking, right, if I can keep building this, now I've got that pot of money and I've built such a good reputation. It's a lot of trust as well. People trust you. People want to work with you now because whatever industry you're in and whatever I'm doing, they might have had a car off me, really good service, this, referral to his friends. They'll automatically say, yeah, sound.
Yeah.
Even if it's...
And you can damage that like that.
You can damage it straight away. And it's like, it takes so long to build that good reputation. From that, it was like, now it's my time now.
Yeah.
I've spent all them years going back and looking at myself and I'm thinking ups and downs. And obviously in the background with all this as well, like I've had, at first it was grandma who passed away. 6 months later, my granddad passed away when I was over here. My mum passed away just recently in December. So it's like all this is a lot for someone. A lot of people would crumble under pressure from the job, not having any money, family members passing away.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult. And people see they'll see all this fancy lifestyle and, oh, he's going out for nice dinners, he's driving these nice cars, he's doing that. They don't see any of it in the background where it's all the messy stuff, all the dirty stuff, all the early mornings, all the late nights. I don't want to go to sleep missing out on things. People don't see that. They see all the glitz and glam and think, he's doing all right, him.
Yeah, they don't.
You don't see the hustle behind it.
But that's where I like it, mate. That's why I said it on a story the other day. I went, fair play to yourself for grinding away and all them things that nobody else sees, all them battles, all them challenges that you've done when nobody else seeing. You don't need taps on the back for them.
No.
Because the tap on the back you're getting is the car you're driving now.
Yeah.
Is the money you've got in the bank now. Because that is the reward for doing all them unseen challenges, tasks. Like, so I just think anyone to get where you've gone through all them. And the people that really know will know you've gone through all them.
Yeah, because people I've known from younger, and it's funny you say that as well, because a lot of people now, they get jealous of it. And they're thinking, they're absolutely fuming. I'm thinking,
they will.
You were my best, when I had no money, you was my best mate.
Yeah.
And now you're like...
Do you know why, mate? Because it's on them, not you. Because it's, normally, I've read a few books on this, them kind of things there. If someone's getting jealous of you that was your friend or something like that, they don't like seeing what you're doing because it's something that they're lacking.
Yeah, and they
can't do it because they haven't got the self-discipline. They haven't got the risk to do that. So they sort of, it's on them. I always think to someone, I say, look, I don't take offense to it because it's your problem. Like, you've got a problem with it. It's not my problem. It's yours.
I'm happy.
I'm doing all right. I'm not the one that's got the problem. You're the one that's become jealous of me for what? For doing something that I wanted to do and being good at it. Yeah. You could do it as well. Like, but you just chose
not to.
You choose to sit and do your 9 to 5, going out on the sesh every weekend. That's fine. Like, but don't get mad at me for it. So I get that, mate. That there's a lot of people that will be. There's a lot of people, mate, and I'm sure you know this, that will be a friend to your face, but behind your back they'll be like, oh, fucking hell. It's just life. When you become good at something like you have, and you've become very successful in what you're good at,
and it's all in a very short period of time as well. Like, if people see me back, it was January last year.
You said, to me.
Well, literally, in August, I ran out of money. I had to ring my parents. Embarrassing.
Yeah, I've been there.
Ringing home. I ran out of money. What do you mean you've run out of money? They knew how much, because we had access to my banks. We knew how much money you had. Where's it all gone?
Yeah, I could tell you.
Gone. Do you know what I mean? It's gone.
But them times, they're the ones that make you.
Because you have to challenge. I'm going back to zero again.
Yeah.
And it double down, like get it in. And I'm thinking, if I can do this in 18 months, why can't you do it? Because I've had to go through it, honestly, grinded.
You'd have done it so many times through what you've been talking to, but you've just come back there. But I always got told by somebody, when I used to set business up after I posted something the other day, I seen some guy doing some driveway and making it go back to black, and I YouTubed the video to see how I did it and ended up just making a business out of it. And some guy was like, God, you set up businesses all the time. And I used to get the piss took out of me, like, well, what's he doing now? And then somebody said to me, it only takes one. Don't give a fuck what people are saying to you, because, and it did. Back home, I had a very, very big business. One of them that just set up, I had a big business. And that ended up not failing, but it went under for some reason. But you just keep going. Like, they keep going.
What's the next one?
I was just about to ask you, so what's next? What is next? Are you going to just keep doing this? Are you going to grow it? You must be thinking, because, your money's going to start getting really good now. What's next?
The thing is, I've not thought too much into it, but it's like, for me, I'm building like a property portfolio.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm looking for long-term residual income. I don't want to be working all my life.
I do, yeah.
For me, I love the job. I'm obsessed with real estate, property, investments, dealing with people. I spend so much time with my clients. Like, I enjoy going out for dinners with them and stuff like that. And because we're speaking business, that's what I want to do. I don't want to go out and waste time sat in a beach club drinking booze. That's not me. I'd rather go out with a client or looking at things. He's educating me, they're educating me or whatever. I'm educating them on things. We're talking about business and we're helping each other grow. I want to be around people where we're growing. And a lot of the stuff now is just, it's flowing and flowing and flowing. I'm just going to keep stacking it up. I would like to get to a point where I'm just managing like a handful of big clients, and I'm in and out and I can focus on them.
Yeah.
Now it's very fast paced. I've got many clients who are coming in. I will still help them and assist with all the portfolios and stuff like that. But I want to get onto a real big level of property portfolio.
Yeah.
Have them, renting them, flipping them.
Of your own. You want your own.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of properties out here now already, but I'm just trying to build that portfolio up. So my money at the minute's going into off plan. Then I'm going to be obviously pulling money out, putting it back into more investments, like obviously getting a mortgage on it, releasing equity out, putting it into more. And I know it's going to be a long game. Nothing's fast, and I know it's going to be a long game, but I think I'm on the right track now. Let me get this done. 10, 15 years time. I don't know how long it's going to, I don't know how fast. I'm running at a very fast pace at the minute. I don't know how fast it's going to keep going. It could just, again, kick off, because I think now what's happening is the more money you've got and the more knowledge you've got and the more credible you are as a person, so many more people want to speak to you and they want to deal with you. I'm going to these supercar events. Only takes one person.
Yeah, of course.
Only takes that one person. I've met a couple
You're
of them.
one conversation away from being a millionaire at any time.
One.
Especially here.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I think. You could go to that supercar event and they go, oh, no, I really like what you're doing there. I've got this thing I want to build. Do you want to do it with me?
Yeah.
I'll put all the money in. I want you in it.
Yeah.
That's bang. Next, you don't. So you build it, mate.
Especially in Dubai as well.
It's
one
you're one conversation away, mate. And as long as you put yourself in the right environment, the right places, the right things, doing the right deals, being the right kind person, doing the right things, you're putting yourself in them positions all day long. Yeah. Of meeting that person to...
Not luck. None of it's luck. Loads of people
so
say
I wanted
lucky.
Lucky. So that brings me on to my next point. Obviously, do you believe in manifestation? Do you believe in the law of attraction?
Massive on it.
Yeah.
Massive on it. So this is what another thing that probably a lot of people won't see in the background when I do a lot of stuff on my own. Walking, if I'm going to the gym, I'll put my headphones in. What I do, I'm sticking podcasts on.
Yeah.
Instead of listening to music, I'll stick a podcast on. It could be The Secret. It could be Way of the Wolf.
Built Different by Blakey Trade.
These are the things that I like listening to, because I'm thinking I want to understand other people's stories. I want to understand how people have got into this position. I want to speak about, even like The Secret, it's the way you speak and the way you are with people. It help you with sales and stuff like that. And the more you're listening to it, it drills and drills and drills into your head. And I can read, but when I read, it doesn't sink in. So I listen to audiobooks, which again, everyone learns different. If I still get the same knowledge from that, listening to an audiobook, as if you read it, so be it. That Way of the Wolf and The Secret was two that I listened to within that 2-week period before I jumped in sales here. Them are the two that I listened to twice over, both of them. And I thought, something was clicking in me.
It works as well.
Because I've never done sales. Everyone were telling me, since young, you need to do sales, you need to do sales. But because I'm come from a construction background, I'm thinking, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's out my comfort zone.
Yeah, so my comfort zone. And for years, I put it off. But yeah, manifestation, even when I go to these countries and stuff, when I'm going and they're doing the religion and stuff and doing kind of what they do, even that gives me a bit of something.
Yeah, definitely. So I've got a couple more things and then we're done, mate. I could sit here and talk to you all day long. I really could, because I want to know more. But I've got some quick fire round questions to do with you. And there is one question that I always ask. Well, obviously the first show, but I'm always going to be asking. And it's a question from my wife. Okay, so I'm going to always tell, my wife knows about you, I've told about you, and she'll always ask me one question for that, the guest. And her question for you today was, at what point was there through your life, because I told her all about you. Yeah. She wants to know the pivotal point throughout your life, because you went through hardship. You was a little shit. You were these things. At what point did you think, if you can remember, or at a time where you thought, I don't want this for my life anymore. I want something bigger.
Yeah.
Like what? Bearing in mind, think about like not just I don't want to stop going out anymore. I want to go and get a job. Like where you was thinking big.
Yeah.
Where you was thinking I'm going to make something bigger myself. What was the pivotal point for you?
So there's a couple of we'll reflect back on them before because we have had the conversation a little bit early on. But it was when I seen that text message about that job in London. And I needed to get away from home, but because I weren't earning enough money to get out of that location at the time, I was stuck in a rut.
You spoke to me about this before.
I was stuck in a rut back home, and I didn't want to be there. And it's like I got into a little bit of trouble before this situation. I'd got into some bother, and I thought, I need out. I need out of this. I need out of this town. I need away from it. I need out. That job come, and I went down there, and I thought, this is my lifeline here.
So you were actually thinking when you got that job, like
I wanted.
It's not just a job. It was a new life.
Yeah,
it was a way out that I could.
Yeah, where I got it, and then obviously, when I started hearing how much money it was and stuff like that, I'm thinking I've needed this just a little breakthrough. It's nothing major, but it's a breakthrough where I can earn that little bit more money, and I'm out of that environment where I can focus on work. I'm learning something new again. I'm actually earning enough money. I'm away from trouble, and I went down there and I locked off.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was
your pivotal moment.
That was my pivotal moment on the first step.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
And then from there, it was like, I know now I can save up for a few years here and I can make a significant amount of money because it started when they're putting me on these night shifts and I started working out all the figures. I'm thinking, if I can clear this amount, if I can use a bit of money to make, because now I've got a pot of money, go and buy the car, make a couple of grand here, make a couple of grand there. I'm thinking I've got money now to make more money. And then that's when it started, the bank balance started going up and up and up. And then the second time was when I obviously met the guy when I was in Bali.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
That was for me, that was the initial moment of from coming out of getting into bother and moving into something where I can focus. That was my focus point. Mm-hmm. And then my next step was where things are going to really start changing here because I'm leaving this country and I'm leaving that old life behind and I'm starting afresh.
Biggest step ever.
Biggest step ever where I'm coming really out of my comfort zone here. I'm leaving everything and everyone behind and I'm going in. Yeah. And I ain't stopping until, and I'm even now, I could stop working pretty much. But for me, I'm hungry for it every single day. Like I'll get a deal in and I'm not bothered about it. I'm on to the next one.
Yeah,
I'm not going out. Some people go out celebrating. I'm not interested. I'll sit in bed in my boxes and I'll be on calls 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Just makes you more hungry, doesn't it?
I'm hungry.
So Ryan, we've got a quick fire round. So a minute, quick fire questions, shortest answers possible. Okay. So coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Dream car?
Love a Bugatti or something.
Yeah. So any particular Bugatti or you just want a Bugatti?
Yeah, just a Bugatti. I'm not sure which one. It depends what's out at the time.
What's your biggest win to date?
Biggest win to date? Say it's like promotion in work, probably the associate director role because I feel like I'm really at a real high level and you get a lot of credibility and trust just from that. Which
just helps, from the title.
Just from the title of kind of what position, like what professional position you're in.
Yeah.
So I feel like that helps with business a lot, which is helping me grow massively and very, very fast.
Good. The biggest risk that you've took to date?
Exiting the UK and just packing up everything because it was like,
of course,
I didn't have anything there. If I went back, I would go back there with nothing.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. Same with me, mate. What's your favourite place in Dubai? Could be anything. Don't have to be just a favourite place where you think, that's my place. I love that place.
When I'd probably say in the winter, I quite like shimmers, you know.
Yeah,
it's
like
just
shimmers.
It's quite chilled outside. I can sit there, whether it's daytime, nighttime. I think it's a place where I can go quite a lot. Them type of hotels. I do like the Atlantis. I do like the back there.
Mine's weird. Mine's Cheesecake Factory. I love I love taking the kids there. It's nothing fancy, but we love going to Cheesecake Factory. One word for success.
Ooh, it's a good one word for it. Resilience.
Resilience.
You have to be resilient in this, and you have to really, really go in deep, hard,
and you can't let nothing affect you.
Nothing.
I love that.
Whatever's like, whatever's behind you, whatever's going on.
Yeah.
You need to keep yourself focused, priority, locked in. Even me, like going to the gym and all that. I need to be up and I need to be active. I'm tired. I still need to do it. Don't want to get up.
Perfect. Who inspires you?
Who inspires me? I think a lot of other people that are around me, to be honest. No one in particular. I wouldn't say one person in particular, but I think the people that I'm hanging around with at the moment, or the people I speak to, should I say, not really hang around because I don't really hang around with many people, but some people who are within my close network, should I say, that are always keeping me going, keeping me pushing, actual proper people. They're the people that I look up to a lot.
Yeah, good. 2 questions left. Who was your hero growing up? Or role model, hero? Mine was David Beckham.
Yeah, I don't really have a role model as in like that, because
Mine was my dad and David Beckham.
I'd probably say my mum. She was always like,
I know you were close,
yeah. She was always like, if I needed someone to turn to and I was struggling with anything, she was there all the time.
Yeah, that's a good one. Right, last one. Okay, what does built different mean to you?
Built different for me, somewhat like what I am, built completely different. Like people say like I'm built different, and I'm thinking, well, you're not. You've got to be.
You're just doing something normal.
You've got to be an absolute savage and an animal in whatever you're doing. You've got to be like 100. Like say for example, me as a day to day,
lose your mind to it.
Getting up at 4:30 in the morning, going out running, coming back, getting in the gym, like trying to eat and eat healthy, stay clean. Being on top of work constantly, still trying to get a bit of social life in there. And like, even when you get knockbacks and you have like family issues and stuff like that,
keep going.
Power through. Do not you've got a bit, because there can be one thing in people's life and they will just crumble.
Yeah.
And you cannot crumble at all. You can't, if you start crumbling, you're a weak link.
Yeah, of course. And you'll get found out.
And you are not built different. At that point, you are not built different.
Yeah.
Go through the knockbacks and just keep getting up. And think, right, because it's many times I've done it, and I've seen it. It's not even just me. I've seen other people do it. That's what helps make me grow, because I think if he's done it, I can do it.
That's it. That's the only validation anybody needs. If you think you can't do something, or if you've been through anything, the only validation you need is anybody else doing it.
Yeah.
If they are, it's possible.
Exactly.
That means I can do it.
Yeah.
Listen, mate, it's been great to talk to you.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Thanks a lot for having me on. This has been Built Different, and that has been Ryan Booth.